My wife demanded we swap partners with her best friend, so I went along with it. I've been married to my wife, Jenna, for 8 years. Our relationship had always been unconventional in small ways. We were open about our sexual history, talked about fantasies, and had always been very honest with each other. But nothing prepared me for what happened last summer. Jenna had a best friend, Melissa. They'd known each other since college and were inseparable. Melissa was confident, attractive, and had a mischievous streak that always amused both of us. One night, after drinks at our apartment, Jenna brought it up. "You trust me, right?" she said, leaning against the counter smirking. "Of course," I replied, thinking it was going to be some minor joke or fantasy talk. "I've been thinking," she said. "Melissa and I have talked about something exciting. I want us to swap partners for a night. You and I with her and her boyfriend, Matt." I froze. My brain went through a million red flags in a second, but I also remembered every time Jenna had pushed boundaries in small ways and how it had brought us closer rather than apart. She was looking at me, eyes bright, not mocking, just serious. "We'd all agree," she said. "We set rules. No feelings. Nothing complicated, just for fun." I sat there, trying to process it. The thought of it made me nervous, sure, but there was also a thrill in the idea that she trusted me enough to bring this up openly. After a long silence, I nodded. "Okay," I said, "we can do it, if everyone's clear about boundaries." Jenna's face lit up. She hugged me, kissed me, and spent the next few weeks planning every detail. We made sure everyone was comfortable. Matt and Melissa were game, though there was a playful tension when we all got together to talk about it. The night itself was surreal. Jenna and I arrived at Melissa's apartment, trying to act casual. Drinks were flowing, music was on, and there was a nervous energy buzzing through the air. We set ground rules again. What we would and wouldn't do, signals if anyone wanted to stop. The tension was intense, but also strangely exhilarating. At first, it was awkward. I could feel my heart racing, trying to read everyone's body language. Jenna and I stayed close, whispering, reassuring each other. But as the night went on, things loosened. Laughs were shared, playful touches turned into something more, and the nervous energy shifted into something electric. Watching Jenna with Melissa was strange. Not uncomfortable, not wrong, just completely new. There was something intimate in the way they trusted each other, the way they let go. And when I found myself with Melissa, the tension broke into something entirely different, unexpectedly natural. We weren't strangers, just adults exploring a boundary that had been set carefully and openly. Afterwards, everyone collapsed on the couches, laughing and quietly talking. There was no awkwardness, no guilt, just a shared understanding that this had happened, and it had been consensual, safe, and exhilarating. Jenna leaned against me, her head on my shoulder, and whispered how much she loved that I'd gone along, how much she trusted me, how fun it had been for her. The next few days were interesting. There were teasing texts, playful reminders of who had done what, and a strange sense of camaraderie that extended even to Matt and Melissa. It didn't ruin anything. If anything, it made Jenna and I closer. We'd crossed a line together, tested boundaries, and come out of it stronger in ways I hadn't expected. I didn't think I'd ever be okay with something like this. I thought I'd feel jealous or uneasy, but instead, I found it exciting and oddly affirming. It reminded me how much trust and honesty mattered between us. Jenna and I have always been honest about our desires, but this pushed us to a level I hadn't imagined. It hasn't become a regular thing. It was an experiment, a night that existed in its own bubble, but the memory of it lingers, a reminder that our marriage can withstand unusual challenges and even thrive when trust is tested. Jenna smiles differently now, with that same spark in her eyes, and I know we've gone through something we both understand intimately, in ways no one else does. Sometimes I catch myself thinking back to that night, the adrenaline, the laughter, the shared glances that said more than words ever could. It's a memory I'll never forget, a night where boundaries were pushed safely, and our marriage proved resilient in a way I didn't know it could be.